Welcome to Rellekka Xtreme onechunk. If you have watched my videos before, you know I'm all about the chunking lifestyle. I started my combat achievement based chunk account in Edgeville, but have since unlocked over half of the map, and I started getting curious about trying an Xtreme onechunk account where each chunk means a lot more. If you are new to the Xtreme onechunk game mode, here's a quick look at the rules. I am unlocking one random directly accessible chunk at a time, and in every chunk I must complete the highest level skilling challenges, complete all quests and diaries, and obtain all unique and best in slot items. There is absolutely nothing to do in Rellekka. Well, before you complete the Freming trials anyways. I can't even use the fires, I can use the mines, I can't milk their cows, I can't do anything. Except I guess fishing is something that I can do here. And that is exactly why I brought a net and a harpoon so we can get a raw shark. We'll have to do a couple of minor little exceptions as well. We have to leave once to see the poison salesman, and we have to defeat the Draugr outside the city gates once we are ready to do some combat, that is. And there's one more thing, we don't have a bank in Rellekka. We don't even have a bank deposit box. We can't use the Pier de Seer before we do the easy diaries, which we cannot do without leaving Rellekka. So while we get started with the fishing here, let's talk a little bit about our chunk tasks. We have a couple of massive skilling grinds, namely catching and cooking a shark, smithing a bullseye lantern, and fletching steel bolts. In addition, we need to pickpocket a Fremenic citizen and craft an empty plant pot. For items, we need to obtain and wear this: a Fremenic blade and shield, a steel plate body and legs, all the Fremenic helmets, and a couple of other random items. And finally, we have 3 collection log slots that we need to fill: a big bass, a big swordfish, and a big shark. Now remember, I don't have access to a bank, so catching thousands of fish and selling or dropping them will feel quite bad, but that's what I have to do to get these big catches. There is the first fishing level of the account, level 2, the start of something beautiful and something very, very long and time-taking. Now I'm pretty sure we don't have any way of cooking these before we get ourselves a tinderbox. There's a bronze axe spawn, a knife spawn, and an iron pickaxe spawn right here. Let's go ahead and try and pick these up without dying, preferably. There's the iron pickaxe, we have the bronze axe right here. There's a couple of bone spawns, and then the knife. I don't think we need any of these just yet, but we're definitely gonna need the iron pickaxe. That's our best weapon for now. Only members of the Fremenic may use this fire. Yep, that's what I thought. We can't really cook any of these, but mead Lanzig. We are going to get very, very well acquainted with Lanzig. In fact, we are going to kill him about 20,000 times over later in the series. But for now, we just need one single drop from him, and that is the tinderbox at 1 in 10 drop rate. However, he is way out of our league at the moment, so we definitely need to train our combats first at the chicken pen. So I suppose we are on a veggie diet for now. Killing chickens with an iron pickaxe, something you don't see every day. Yeah, we're probably gonna get to like 10 to 15 attack and strength, and then we can try and flinch Lanzig with the iron pickaxe, hopefully get a few kills. There we go, with level 15 attack, level 15 combat, and 75 total level. Beautiful. Let's try and flinch Lanzig for a while. Lanzig also can drop us a couple of weapon upgrades. He can drop the bronze warhammer and the iron warhammer at a pretty low drop rate, so we can definitely expect to get a weapon upgrade here, hopefully. Alright, I give up. It's taking way too... okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it was taking way too long to kill Lanzig, but... yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, we have to do the walk of shame back from Lumbridge all the way back to Rellekka, pick up our items. I'm gonna train to maybe 30 combat stats, and then we'll try Lanzig again, hopefully get the kill a little bit faster. I was flinching him for maybe 8 or 9 minutes or something, and I got him to half HP, so it was taking way too long to get those kills, so we are gonna train our combats a bit higher first. There's level 30 attack. As you can see, I moved on to the rock crabs. We can definitely survive here with the help of the vegetables. And as you might see in my inventory, we have some tin and iron ore. Unfortunately, we can't really keep these. I'm probably gonna need the inventory space before I can do anything with these. But just know that in the future, we are gonna need a shitload of tin and iron and copper. And it pains me to drop these, but they will just have to go. Level 30 hit points. 30 strength, and finally 30 defense. We can now wear adamant armor. Beautiful. We have all of our combat stats to level 30. Now let's go ahead and give Lanzik another try. Hopefully we can get the kill this time. Yes, there we go. The first Lanzik kill. 16 coins. It took pretty much exactly 5 minutes to kill him, so it definitely a lot faster than last time. There's a second kill, and we get a vial. Probably not useful for anything at the moment. Third kill, and we get a bronze warhammer. Let's go. That's our first weapon upgrade. This should be a little bit better, I think. We have +5 and +7, and this is +10 and +8. Okay, so it's a little bit more accurate and has 1 melee strength bonus over the iron pickaxe. It's lower, but it doesn't matter when we are flinching, so it's definitely an upgrade for now. And congrats to Frey for getting a Thamron Scepter, a bit better than my Bronze Warhammer, I suppose.
Fuck off.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Holy shit, that's an upgrade as well. Back to back, we got the Bronze Warhammer and then the Iron Warhammer. This is nice. +3 melee strength and +1 rush bonus. Nice, so that's basically all the weapon upgrades we are gonna get from Lanzik. All the other ones need Fremling trials completed before we can get them, so there's no hope of getting them just yet, but we still need the Tinderbox, so we are gonna keep flinching. Is that it? I think it is. Yes, we have the Tinderbox. Let's go. Yes, I think we were pretty much on raid as well. I think we are like 13 kills. Okay, 13 kills for the Tinderbox. Now we can start fishing and cooking some actual real food and leave these goddamn cabbages behind. So now I think it's time to talk why I'm going to allow this one single tree right here. And the reason is fletching. One of our chunk tasks is getting level 46 fletching for steel bolts. We are going to get level 16 fletching from the Fremling trials, which means we are going to need to get 65,000 fletching XP. Now there are 0 trees in Rellekka, which means that our only source of fletching XP is bronze bolts until level 39 when we get access to iron bolts. Now here's the thing, bronze bolts give a whopping 0.5 experience per bolt, meaning we have to fletch about 130,000 bronze bolts. And it wouldn't be a problem if we had access to copper and tin readily, but our only source of copper and tin is, you guessed it, Lanzik. Lanzik drops the materials for a bronze bar at about a rate of 1 in 10, so just to get to level 39 when we could fletch iron bolts, we would need to kill 60,000 Lanziks, and to go from 39 to 46 we would have to kill probably another 30 or 40,000. With no access to equipment and no access to a bank, I'm estimating this would take maybe around 1,000 hours, and yeah, that's not something I'm looking forward to. Time to do some cleanup on the inventory. I'm gonna drop everything that we don't need to make as much room for fishing as I can. We have to get to level 76 fishing, so I definitely need as many inventory spaces as I can have. I'm only gonna keep the tools and the coins and the feathers, I think. And the Tinderbox, of course. And yeah, this should do pretty nicely. So let's go ahead and start fishing. So I had a little conversation with my clanmates and they think that I should be able to deposit everything at Pier the Seer multiple times over if I don't continue the quest. I think the wiki says that it's only a one-time thing. So we are starting the Fremling trials right here. And I'm gonna see if I can deposit. I know I can deposit at least one inventory of things, but I think it's only one and I don't think it is repeatable. So let's see, I'm gonna drop everything that I want to keep. The Warhammer as well, of course. There we go. So let's see if we can deposit all of these anchovies. Drop a couple of them here. I can store all the weapons, armor and items that you have upon you directly to a bank. We have to travel back to a bank to withdraw. Yeah, I know. Do it for me. Put these 8 anchovies, no, I mean shrimps, into the bank. Now let's see if we can do this again. You will need to go back to the bank. Okay. Damn, we can do this. We can do this multiple times. This is huge. We can actually bank stuff. As long as we don't continue framing trials, that is. So, okay, we can do this as long as we don't continue the quest. That is actually huge. So this is going to be my life for now. Fishing a full inventory of fish, dropping all of my items, go to Pier the Seer, deposit all of this into the bank, pick up my items again, go and get a log from that one single tree, go back to fishing, get another inventory, rinse and repeat. And yeah, we're gonna do this until level 76 fishing basically. Probably gonna sprinkle some combat and something else in there as well. We're up to level 5 fishing and 8 cooking, so yeah, it's gonna take a little while. Hey, look at that. Perfect timing, Evil Bob. Let's get some fishing XP. Let's see the drops. 650 fishing XP, 13 fishing. Nice, getting us closer to anchovies. And there is level 15 fishing. We can now catch anchovies. This is gonna speed up this grind a lot. Unfortunately, we don't have a fishing rod or bait or anything like that, so we have to net fish until level 30, which is when we can start fishing for tunas. I think. No, it's 35. Oh my god, what? Ugh. Yeah, so 35 fishing until we can catch some tunas. And at level 50, we can finally start getting some decent XP rates with the swordfish. Professional YouTuber just missed the level 20 cooking and 200 total level. There's 25 fishing. And level 30 fishing. Not gonna do anything with that level just yet. Usually people would go for salmon at this point, but we are still waiting for 35 to get tunas with the harpoon. And finally 35 fishing. We can now try harpooning tuna, finally, and there should be level 35 cooking as well. Perfectly in sync. We have another very big hurdle before the framing trials, and that is getting 5250 GP. I'm probably going to do some combat now that we have access to a decent food source, because hobgoblins are our best source of GP at the moment at around 9 to 10 GP per kill, alongside random events. Of course, if we can get some mystery box random events, I'm gonna take the 1000 coins for sure. We can get some mysterious mans that can give us money, and so on and so on. But we definitely need to do some combat at the hobgoblins. We can also get a couple of weapon upgrades there. I think they drop steel longswords and steel daggers and stuff like that, so there's level 40 cooking, and I just got level 40 fishing as well. Only 10 more levels until we can catch some swordfish, but now I'm gonna do some combat, go kill some hobgoblins. These guys are ruthless, they're kind of kicking my ass at the moment, so we are getting maybe 1 to 2 kills per inventory of tuna, so it's gonna be quite slow to get the kills here, but everything helps. Dude, that is huge! The steel dagger, that is such a good upgrade. Let's go. Oh my god, that is a big upgrade over the iron warhammer. So the dagger has 8 stab bonus, 7 melee strength and 4 attack speed, and the hammer has a little bit more crush bonus, 11 melee strength but 6 attack speed. So this should definitely be a lot better for killing the hobgoblins and the rock crabs as well. I will keep the warhammer around if we need to do some more flinching at Lansing, but the steel dagger is definitely a big upgrade for normal combat here. There's 40 strength. I gotta say the steel dagger is working wonders. That was the 4th kill of... Oh, that was the 4th kill of the trip, and we got an iron sword. I think this is basically exactly the same as the steel dagger. Let's take a look. So +8, +7, +6 and +7. Okay, so it's actually worse than the steel dagger. Huh. The more you know. Mysterious Old Man, 320 coins. That is probably one of the best random events I could get. Maybe the mystery event where I could get 1000 coins would be better. But that is huge. We still need like for 3500 coins or something. And it's really hard to come by. And there is level 50 fishing. That is beautiful. Now we can start the hunt for the big swordfish, 1 in 1,000 drop. And yeah, onwards to level 76. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button and subscribe so you won't miss any future episodes. And thank you to all the channel memberships, and by all I mean the Exactly One, Bad Raptor Games. Thank you for your continued support. If you are interested in channel memberships, click the link down below. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.